Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight for another class sponsored by Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies, Coalition of Broward County. We are focusing on pregnancy wellness. This program specifically, Moms for Wellness, is all about helping you to prevent diabetes and hypertension and to minimize infant mortality. Just that the statistics are pretty high, and this is our goal. So tonight the class is about reading labels and what ingredients we should be avoiding. It's a little bit about what it means eating for two, but I'm going to go really fast through that part, and we're going to focus more on the label reading. My name is Chef Dulce Jimenez. I am a wellness chef and a cooking instructor, as well as a health coach for pregnant women and also for families and seniors. And I truly believe that food is medicine, and that by simply eating real foods, whole foods, you have half of the battle of your health won. So let's start. Okay, so I remember when I was pregnant many years ago, 30 years ago, that everybody was telling me, you need to eat for two because now you have a baby. But eating for two is not doubling your amount of pasta or burgers and fries. It is really not that at all. So it is really a myth that you need to be eating for two. Although your pregnancy increases the body's need for extra calories and nutrition, the calories are very minimum, the ones that are extra, and also only certain nutrients are needed in increased amount. For example, calcium, right? So there's not a lot of food that you have to consume to get 300 to 400 calories. That's the only amount that you might be needing extra. And that is basically a small piece of, fish or a salad or nuts and some dry fruits or small yogurt. So it's not a lot in reality. If you see it, just 1 cup of yogurt with a few nuts is already 350 or 500 calories. So these are good food and that are going to support you. So usually a pregnant mom just have to be gaining between 25 to 35 pounds. And that is because of the things and components. So pregnancy is not a time to lose weight or to diet, very clear on that. But it's not a time to gain a lot of weight, because gaining too much weight can bring you serious complications as well. Okay. So in order to get those nutrients without loading up on extra fat and calories, you need to make every mouthful count. So that is important, that you eat good food. These are the basic nutrients that you need. Macronutrients like carbohydrates, fat, and protein, and then vitamins and minerals and water. Water is a nutrient. These are the 6 vital nutrients that we need to survive as a human. not only when you're pregnant, but when you're pregnant is even more important, because these nutrients are supporting your baby to develop. So this is kind of amount that you need. For example, the calcium, you need double the amount of calcium. And, also folate and folic acid, you need double amount. But the rest, you just need a little bit more, like 25 more grams of protein, 12 grams of iron, and just between 300 and 500 calories extra. So it's not that much. Okay. Carbs are the main source of energy. So you need carbs for energy And you need fats. Fats are important for building blocks in your brain. I'm sorry, they're the building blocks for the brain and nervous system development for your baby and to support you. And also, it helps the body in absorbing vitamins. Cholesterol is a building block for pregnancy hormones and also for your baby's brain. Calcium is important for teeth and bones and, for the heart, for the muscles, for everything. Calcium is very important. Essential fatty acid like omega-3 fatty acid is super important for the rapid brain growth and will definitely affect baby's vision. So you need all these things. And you need combo carbohydrates. That's why it's important that I pair this class with label reading, because you need to know what are you putting in your body. So carbohydrates are almost all the foods has carbohydrates, vegetables and fruits and, legumes and grains, rice and beans, everything. And you get to have the best ones, and the best ones are naturally combined with fiber and protein and sometimes fat. So that's what I call them, the carbs that comes with friends. They are not processed or polluted. They provide a steady release of energy without erratic blood sugar swings. And they also support you in feeling satisfied and fulfilled, and is less likely that you will be eating too much. Okay, and these are all the best sources of carbohydrates: beans, lentils, nuts, wild rice, brown rice, sweet potatoes, whole grains, yogurt, those things. Yogurt is also proteins and fat. So, and these are essential amino acids that you can find in salmon for your baby's development. These are also rich food in calcium, like hard cheeses and salmon, sardines, cottage cheese, molasses, chia seeds, celery seeds, figs, almonds, white beans, soybeans, broccoli, and kale. All these will provide you calcium. And so you know that you can have, say, 2 portions of broccoli for lunch and 2 portions of broccoli in the afternoon. You already have 200 grams of calcium right there. So some people tell me that they only like 1 or 2 vegetables, but they're not even including those vegetables in their diet. So if you only like broccoli, make sure you eat broccoli at lunch and at dinner, and even at breakfast with your scrambled eggs. Okay, so your body needs real foods, because processed food has been chemically processed and they're man-made from refined ingredients and artificial substances, because why they have to process this product so much? Because they're going to be in a pantry. They're not going to be, many of them need to be there for months so you can consume it. And by the time you get it in your kitchen, a whole process has been done to these foods, and that's depleted of nutrition. And some of them, they have to put it again. They have to put again the nutrients back, which is fine, but that's not what you want. You really want as natural as possible and as pure as possible for your body to function in optimal health. So it is proven that kids or adults that live on junk food are more likely to suffer chronic diseases and inflammatory diseases. And now there is right now a declared epidemic of kids having diabetes and hypertension, which was not seen before. Guys, and that is the junk food. Like, it is too much. It's really a pandemic. So it is really simple to eat healthy, and we make it complicated. And it's really easier to eat at home, simple, real foods, that eating junk food and then having to deal with the consequences. It is proven that children and adults who eat healthy are much more likely to be healthy, both as children and as adults. And the good thing about this is that even that when you are in your 40s and your 50s, whatever age you have, when you start making those changes, you immediately going to see the positive effect in your life, in your energy, in how you're performing. So it is really miraculous, really, because I have experienced it myself. So let's go to choosing foods wisely. So choose foods that are high in protein, fiber, and healthy fats. And those fats are coming from salmon, from nuts, from coconut, from avocado, from olives, so which are known to help maintain healthy blood sugar levels. Buy real food, those that don't need labels, and create your own snacks. Instead of buying a yogurt with fruit in the bottom because they have a lot of sugar, make your own yogurt with fruits at home and put a little bit of honey. But you are controlling those ingredients. You are the one who determines how much honey or maple syrup or even sugar if you want to put sugar, but at least you're controlling and you know how much you are putting in it. But obviously, I don't recommend you to be putting sugar. Try to put something that is better, maybe dry fruits like raisins or cranberries. Try to get cranberries and raisins that don't have added sugars, because even those, sometimes they add sugar to them. And focus on foods that are nutrient dense and healthy overall. Okay, so enjoy fruits in moderation and avoid the ones with high level of fructose. Instead of eating, bananas and mangoes and pineapple, which are great, but they're a little bit and grapes, they're on the high level of fructose. Eat berries, tart cherries, apricots, nectarines, pears, kiwis, apples, and oranges. I eat an apple every single day. It's my favorite fruit. Avoid fruit juices because they lack of fiber and the fructose will go directly to your bloodstream. Buy non-starchy vegetables. These include spinach, broccoli, green beans, bok choy, broccolini, asparagus, kale, collard greens, mostly all dark leafy greens. The darker, the better. The most colorful, dark colors, that means that they have more strong nutrients and they're nutrient dense. Focus on whole grains foods, such as brown rice, whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, and include lots of beans and legumes, lentils, kidney or pinto beans, black beans, chickpeas. They are the powerhouse in your kitchen, and you can convert them in dishes that could, give you that sense like meaty. When you make like black bean and mushrooms burger, you can make amazing burgers using vegetables and legumes instead of eating meat. But right now, you probably, if you're eating meat and you're a meat eater, it's okay, but try to eat the best one and not too much neither, because it's really not great to consume a lot of animal products especially red meat. Okay, so talking about that, choose fish over red meats 2 to 3 times a week. But remember, when you're eating fish because you're pregnant, you want to avoid fish that are large and old, that might be contaminated with mercury in higher amounts. All fish and seafood has a little bit of mercury, but you want to make sure that you only buy the ones that have the less amount of mercury and the higher amount of omega-3. And we have a class for that, and you can see it in the YouTube channel. So select lean animal proteins that are, made with, I don't want to say this because some people, but not humanely, because once you're eating a turkey, is he's not alive. So so that is, I know that is a very, very complicated topic. But right now that you're pregnant, if you are going vegan or vegetarian, you get to be very conscious of what you're eating. So that's why I recommend you to still consume some animal proteins while you're pregnant. So consume with moderation, dairy, yogurt, cottage cheese, and real cheeses in moderation. And always, always real versions, not fake cheeses. And you can substitute plant-based alternatives, but also I don't recommend that a lot because the plant-based cheeses are very processed. So we're trying to keep it real here as much as you can. Okay, so let's go to label reading right now. So do you really, 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 really know what is in the food that you're eating? I guess not. So if you are not willing to settle for junk living, we certainly shouldn't settle for junk food. This was said by Sally Edwards. So let's go over understanding a little bit of food labels and, grocery shopping. Remember that whole real foods do not need labels nor ingredients lists. And those are the foods that I want you to concentrate on eating the biggest and the largest amount in your plate. You should have half a plate of these real foods and the other quart grains and the other quart proteins. So let's see, when you get a package, you should be reading the back of the products. So not the front, the back. Because in the front, they have a lot of marketing mimics for you to buy it. They can put whatever they want in the back and whatever they want to say for you to just grab that product. But the real facts are in the back. So you should start with the number one, with the serving. Why? Because that will tell you how much you're going to eat from that package. This package has 4 servings per container. So this nutrition fact is not for the whole container. It's only for 1 cup. So 1 serving. And if it has 4, so say you have potato chips, and the potato chip has 4 servings per container, and you eat the entire potato chip. So you're eating 280 calories times 4. Because if you have eaten 1 cup, it will have been 280, but you ate the entire container. And that happens a lot. So this is very important to know. Realize that what is the serving size and what is the serving per container. And number 2, go to the calories, but in this case, I don't want you to be focusing on the calories because we're not counting calories here. We're going to go to number 3, which has a star. We want to see how much sugars, how much fiber, how much protein you have. So, and what are you going to look for? Sugar should be 6 grams or less. Fiber, 3 grams or more. You want a lot of fiber. We talk about the importance of fiber all the time in classes. Protein, you want 3 grams or more. You also want high amounts of protein. Trans fat should be 0 always, because even if it says 0, the government allowed this company to put at least 0.1 grams of trans fat, and they don't have to show it in their label. It should be low in sodium. And what lows mean depends on the serving. So 850, honestly, is a little bit high already. And then they will tell you the percentage. So this is a high percentage. So it should be low in sodium. I will say low, less than 400, or even lower if you are going through high blood pressure. So it should be almost 0. Low in cholesterol as well. So these are the things that you should be looking. Also, super important, you get to always, 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 always look at the ingredients list in the back. And this is the funny thing. Let me show you this. In the front, it says honey bunches of oats, right? Honey roasted, right? So you don't go to the back and you say, well, this is honey. This only have honey and oats. This is an awesome product, right? And a lot of people think that this is a product good for your heart, because that's how they advertise them, right? But when you go back, and this is a real labels, ladies, the first ingredient is corn. And the third ingredient is sugar. And where is the honey? The honey is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Number 15, after corn syrup, sugar, and molasses. That should be illegal. That should be against the law, but that is my humble opinion. How come I'm going to tell you here that this is honey bunches of oats, but you have sugar, corn syrup, and molasses before honey? Think about that. So the ingredients are listed in order of quantity. So the first ingredient is corn. With the highest amount in the servings, you're going to get more corn, more sugar than raw oats. And you're going to get rice, and you're going to get canola oil and soybean oil and a bunch of other stuff. And then you're going to get also artificial flavor and BHT, which is a preservative, and a bunch of other stuff. So the first ingredient is corn, which is GMO, which is a genetically modified organism. The third ingredient is sugar, which is pretty high because it's the third one. And then it has canola and soybean oils, which are both GMO. So GMOs is another conversation. It's also a very topic that is complex. So look at this. This is every time I give this class, I get annoyed by this label. Okay, so this is also another misleading label, that why you need to go to the back. So here is heart healthy in the front of the package. This is peanuts, and these are heart healthy again with a heart. This is misleading because when you see the ingredients, it is not good for you. So look at the ingredients here. Sugar, cornstarch, gelatin, yeast, maltodextrin, and dry corn syrup. Why they just don't really put peanuts dry roasted? That would be so simple, right? But no, they need to put all these other things. So you come and buy it and buy it and buy it and eat it and eat it, and, you know, keep buying it. So this is why looking at the front part of your products is a waste of time. You need to go straight to the back. So do not rely on from package marketing claims. So look at all these claims, you know, when they said natural, I'm gonna tell you what this means. So when they say natural, is that the manufacturer work with a natural product at any point of the production process. No third-party verification. So yeah, you can put natural, but nobody's verifying that that's true. What means light? It means that it has either less calories or fat than the original product, usually watered down with added sugar. And you don't even know what was the original product because you're buying that one. I don't think you will remember what was the original product. So it could be high still. Zero trans fat mean less than 0.5 grams of fat per serving. So before I said 0.1, no, it's 0.5. They allow these products to put zero trans fat, even though it has 0.5. Organic ingredients. So there's no verification how many ingredients are organic or any accountability whatsoever. So if they put organic ingredients, it's like, don't even put that because who cares? Nobody's verifying it. So multi-grain, that means that the product contains more than one type of grain, usually refined or enriched grain, and you wanted to say whole grain. But again, there's no accountability and no verification that whatever they're putting in there in the front is real. Enriched or fortified is a process that strips all nutrients and then they put some fortified back. Are healthy, high protein, all those terms are marketing claims, but no verification is required for those products. Nobody's checking them. Nobody's making them accountable to, or it's not even official or declare what this means. What means a healthy product? Just because they say so. So those are some of the gimmicks, but I'm sure there are more. Okay, so let's go back and revise what to look for. Look for a short list of ingredients and ingredients that you know how to pronunciate and you know what they are. Period. Don't complicate your life. If you see ingredients that you don't know, put it back. It's for your health and the health of your baby. Look at good words like whole grain and words that you can pronounce. It's high in protein, it's high in fiber, it's low in sugar, it's low in trans fat or zero trans fat. And let's go over some of the hazardous ingredients and what you have to avoid. So avoid a long list of ingredients. Usually over 10 ingredients is a lot, especially if it contains any of the following ingredients: high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils, cottonseed oil, palm oil, soybean oil, trans fat. Any artificial color, anything with a number, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, titanium dioxide, artificial sugars such as aspartame, Splenda, sweet and low, sucralose, and sorbitol. And avoid sugars which are listed in many different names like sugar, fructose, sucrose, lactose, all those things, because sometimes it contains sugar, but also contains lactose and contains fructose and also contains sugar and also contains corn syrup. So that will give you an idea of how many sugars you're putting in, you're consuming. Okay, and avoid MSG, which is monosodium glutamate. This has a lot of names. All these names are given to this product. And, this is they do this to give some flavor to these products, so it really like increase the taste. Like, for example, Chinese food, most of the Chinese products and Asian products contain MSG. And that's why when you eat Chinese food, it's very like, whoa, on your face, flavorful, because contains MSG. So, and it's kind of salty and pungent, and you love it and you want to eat it again, and also make you very thirsty after. Or at least it does to me. I don't know if you have noticed that, but yes. So it really increase that umami taste that you want to keep eating and getting. Okay. Okay, so when you're grocery shopping, also, let me give you a little bit of understanding the labels very quick. It is ideally that it says USDA organic when with a seal, and it says organic, but it's with the seal. Like, if it only says organic ingredients, nobody's supporting them. Okay, so this is kind of the same thing, but also it will be good if it's made with avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil, and it has no added sugars or flavors, and no inflammatory GMO oils like canola oil, corn oil, or soybean oil. So every oil is a processed product. So people sometimes ask me, which is the best oil? So honestly, oils are processed foods. It's best if you can eat the olives, right? Or the avocado and the salmon and the foods that contain natural oils like the coconut. But if you're going to cook with oil, better to use avocado oil or olive oil in moderation and not in frying food. So you can even eat the extra virgin olive oil only raw in your full preparation. So and the last slide, this is the last thing I want to tell you tonight is what it means organic, and why it's important that when you're buying organic, if you're investing in organic products, that they have the seal and the seal and the verification. Because as I said before, these products that don't have a seal or don't say that are verified, or they're verified by a third party, they don't need to be truth to and honest with us. Honestly, the law are not forcing them to do so. So when you buy something that says USDA organic, then it is supposed to be produced without synthetic hormones, pesticides, and fertilizers. They should be with no genetic modifications, and they should be all USDA organic foods, which is supposed to be non-GMO verified. Though not all non-GMO foods are USDA organic. So it's a difference there. Animals, when it says USDA organic and non-GMO project verified, animals are fed only organically grown fed without animal byproducts. Animals are not treated with synthetic hormones or antibiotics. Animals have access to the outdoors that cannot be cloned and must be a third party certified. So organic means non-GMO, yet non-GMO does not mean organic, okay? Non-GMOs is a different thing. So yes, the question of can they do whatever they want? Yes, they can. Even the vitamin industry is not regulated. So the vitamins that we're taking are not being regulated. So it is important that you read the label and you take control of your health and what you're putting in your body. Thank you so much for being here with me and for taking the time to stay and go through this presentation with me. I hope you learned something and you can apply something for your life, for your family. and make sure to check the other videos in my YouTube channel with all other topics that will support your healthy pregnancy and to live with optimal health. Thank you. Good night.